Are you thinking of spending money on Genesis crystals? If yes, then I recommend watching this because it might just save you a bunch of money. There's this website called Lootbar GG, where you can save up to 23% compared to in-game purchases. Since Lootbar uses the official partnership route, you can enjoy all the official Hoyoverse recharge events, meaning you can get twice the amount of Genesis crystals if you have the bonus. This is how I purchased 6,560 Genesis crystals for only $47. All I had to do was provide my UID and make the payment, and 1 to 2 minutes later, I received the crystals on my account. No hassle. It's completely safe and secure, and has thousands of good reviews on their website. Even big shots like Dukaja, Tevat Times, and Jello Impact approve of Lootbar, so head over to the link in the description and start saving money. New users get 8% off their first purchase. Hey everyone, the 5.5 beta is finally out, which means we will finally get some fresh news in the upcoming days. In this video, we will take a look at Iansan's full kit and constellations. There's been a lot of leaks like idols, animations, splash arts, new strongbox artifacts. They're all on the Discord server, so make sure to join the server if wanted all on one place. Link is in the description. Iansan is a 4-star Electro Polearm user and will be released in version 5.5 alongside Varesa. Before we move on, these are the materials needed for Varesa and Iansan if you want a pre-farm. Make sure to join our Discord server to take part in frequent giveaways, get instant leaks and updates, and hang out with other Genshin players, including me. Link is in the description. Now, let's break down Iansan's kit, starting with her elemental skill. When she uses her skill, she dashes forward, dealing electro damage with a special effect to enemies in her path. After dashing, pressing the normal attack button lets her perform a Thunderous Dive without using stamina. Once activated, Iansan restores her Nightsoul points to maximum and enters the Nightsoul's Blessing state. In the Nightsoul's Blessing state, Iansan moves faster and jumps higher. Holding the sprint button puts her in Lightning Rush mode, further boosting her speed and jump height for a short time. In this mode, she can jump over obstacles or use extra Nightsoul points to move across water and liquid phlogiston without taking damage. Now for her Elemental Burst. Iansan stomps the ground, dealing AoE electro damage with a special effect and summoning a kinetic marker. Using her burst gives her 15 Nightsoul points and activates the Nightsoul's Blessing state. The kinetic marker disappears when this state ends. The kinetic marker follows the active character and increases their attack based on Iansan's Nightsoul points. If she has less than 42 Nightsoul points, the boost depends on both her Nightsoul points and attack. If she has 42 or more, the boost is based only on her attack. While the kinetic marker is active, it tracks the movement of the active character, except Iansan, every second. Based on how far they moved, Iansan restores Nightsoul points. The kinetic marker disappears when her Nightsoul's Blessing state ends. If she's off-field, the Nightsoul's Blessing state stays active. When out of combat, the kinetic marker disappears after 1 second. Moving on to her passive talents. Her first talent grants her the standard action effect for 15 seconds after Thunderous Dive hits an enemy. During this time, her attack increases by 20%, and she restores 1 extra Nightsoul point through the kinetic marker. If another character, excluding Iansan, uses or restores Nightsoul points, Iansan's next restoration through the kinetic marker gives an extra 4 points. This can happen once every 2.8 seconds. Her second talent activates when nearby party members trigger a Nightsoul burst, giving her the warm-up effect for 10 seconds. During this time, whenever Iansan restores at least 1 Nightsoul point, she also heals the active character for 60% of her attack. This can be triggered once every 2.8 seconds. Her third talent allows her to maintain the Nightsoul's Blessing state even when Nightsoul points are depleted, as long as she's in an area with the phlogiston mechanism. If she switches in while another character is sprinting, airborne, or in specific movement state, she automatically enters Nightsoul's Blessing and gains 25 Nightsoul points. This can happen once every 10 seconds. Now, let's talk about her constellations. Her C1 makes it so that while she's in the Nightsoul's blessing state, every 6 Nightsoul points she uses restores 15 energy to herself. This can happen once every 18 seconds. Her C2 gives her the standard action effect from her first passive talent for 15 seconds when she uses her Elemental Burst. While this effect is active, if Iansan is off-field, the active character gets a 30% attack boost. Her C4 improves the kinetic marker. When the active character, excluding Iansan, uses an Elemental Burst, while the kinetic marker is active, Iansan gains 2 Force Surge stacks. These stacks last until the kinetic marker disappears. This can happen once per kinetic marker summon. When she restores Nightsoul points through the kinetic marker, 1 stack is used to restore 4 additional points. If she restores more Nightsoul points than the limit, the next restoration through the kinetic marker restores 50% of the excess amount. Her C6 extends the kinetic marker's duration by 3 seconds. When she restores Nightsoul points beyond the maximum limit, she gains the Extreme Effort effect, increasing the current active character's damage by 25% for 3 seconds. That's all. Thanks for watching and subscribe, or you'll lose your 50-50 to Chi-Chi.